All right, mistakes I made at San Diego Comic-Con 2025. All right, welcome back to the channel. This year was my second time at San Diego Comic-Con, and I made quite a bit of mistakes this year, and I want to tell you guys what they were. All right, so before I get into that, like I said earlier, this was my second time going to San Diego Comic-Con. The first time I believe was 2022 when, I think that was like obviously after COVID. We all had to wear masks, get our COVID vaccination, get the clear card and all that stuff. But yeah, that was interesting. That was my first one. So this year was my second time going without the craziness of COVID. But speaking of craziness, this year was pretty crazy, by the way. If you were there, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. Here's the first mistake I made at San Diego Comic-Con this year. Not getting a hotel. Because I went on vacation before San Diego Comic-Con, and I was debating whether I should get a hotel or not, but I figured, you know what, it's already kind of too late. All the hotels are probably booked, and if they're not booked, they're gonna cost like $400-500 a night. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna risk driving down there. And San Diego is about 2.5 hours drive for me, but on this day it took me 4 hours. 4 hours to get to San Diego Comic-Con. So I pretty much left my house around like 5 in the morning, I believe, and I didn't get to the area till like 9:15, 9:20ish, and I started to look for parking, and then I got in line with the whole madness of the outside of the convention center. So going back to getting a hotel, I think that's what I'm going to be doing next time I go to SDCC, is definitely book a hotel, because driving 4 hours, it really took a toll on me. It pretty much affected my whole day, because I only went for one day, by the way, and it really affected my whole day at Comic-Con. I enjoyed just a very tiny bit, and I'm gonna tell you why I wasn't very happy. I drove 4 hours, already tired, frustrated. Traffic was crazy in San Diego, and up there by Riverside County and all that stuff. But yeah, it was just a long morning for me. So by the time I found parking and I got my backpack, started walking, which it wasn't a far walk, by the way. The parking structure that I had reserved wasn't that far of a walk. It was literally, I don't know, what, 3 minutes maybe? And it was awesome, because I didn't have to worry about looking for parking. Yeah, so make sure you guys reserve your parking for next year. So yeah, as I'm walking, I saw the line in front of all the doors, halls, G, F, E, all the halls, right? All the doors. And I was like, where's the end of the line? And some people are telling me, oh, you have to go down that way to hall, I don't know, the very beginning. I don't know what the beginning hall that was, maybe H or I don't know. But so I started walking towards that way, and I was like, you know what? I mean, everybody's just walking towards Hall G, H, to the very end. And I was like, I'm just gonna just swoop right in and just go with the flow. So I went with the flow, and then nobody knew. Everybody was just so confused. There wasn't any type of stanchions or any barriers or anything. So everybody was just following everybody. And if somebody doesn't know where they're going, we all don't know where we're going. So yeah, we were just following each other. But yeah, that line was madness. As soon as 9:35, 9:40 came around, I think they started opening the other doors, and then that's when everybody started dispersing and splitting into each corridor or halls. And I was able to get in pretty decent. You scan your card, and then you're in. As soon as I got in, everybody was just around me. Everybody was just trampling over everybody. I was like, wow, this is just pretty crazy. So yeah, as soon as I got in, I was like pretty excited. But again, I was still a bit tired and frustrated with the traffic. So, but I was trying not to let that get to me. I just started walking around. But here's the thing. When you go to these conventions, you need to come up with a strategy. I didn't come up with a strategy. Now, I even talked about it in my video that you need to come up with a strategy when you come to these conventions, because I was just literally just gonna walk around the whole convention, go on one end of the convention, and just go in between the other vendors and all the showcases that's going around over there. But yeah, come up with a strategy. I literally didn't have a strategy. I was just gonna mainly focus on, okay, get a few figures and all that stuff. Speaking of figures, I did not really see too many toy vendors. I mean, they did have vendors there, but not like private owned vendors and all that stuff. But unless they were in a different section of the convention center, but I did not see too many vendors. So yeah, I was left without buying anything. Yeah, but going back to strategy, make sure you do have one. And what I mean by that is, like, maybe look at the San Diego Comic-Con guide before you get there and kind of like look to see what vendors are out there, what panels you want to try to attend, what shows are happening, or what events are pretty much happening on that day, or for the day that you guys get your tickets for, because you might be there for just a day like I was, or some of you guys might be there for the whole week, but yeah, come up with a strategy, look over the San Diego Comic-Con guide, and just go over it, and then just try to take notes and say, all right, I'm gonna visit this place first, this place second, do that. But I seriously did not do that, so that was my bad. Another thing that I made a mistake on was I didn't bring anybody. I didn't bring a friend or anything. I was supposed to meet a few toy tubers, but and I feel bad because I didn't even make contact with them because I was already frustrated. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna message them and say, hey, let's meet up, I'm here, because I was not having a good morning. For one, my contacts were getting dry, and I forgot my eye drops, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I was just squinting all the time trying to re-wet my eyes, and it was a bad day. It was even hot, so maybe that's why my contacts were getting dry, because it was just way too many people in there. But yeah, bring a friend, bring somebody that you can hang out with and talk to and share your toy interest or your movie interest or whatever. Bring a friend or make friends. I try to make friends, but again, I was having already a bad day, so that kind of didn't happen. But yeah, when you bring a friend, when you guys stand in line in these long lines, you guys can chit chat, talk about stuff, right? Keep each other company. I could have easily talked to strangers, that's behind me or in front of me, but I'm so introverted. I just, I don't want to talk to anybody, So, but I try. I really do try to come out of the shell and talk to strangers. But yeah, as you're standing in line, yeah, this will help pass the time when you have a friend with you. And if for whatever reason you need to have an emergency, like need to go to the bathroom, you can say, hey, save my spot, I'll be right back. You can't do that if you're by yourself. You can't tell a stranger behind you, save my spot, I'll be right back because I gotta use the bathroom real quick. They're probably gonna say, yeah, right, or they probably won't even remember you when you get back, right? So bring a friend. So yeah, if you don't have a friend and you're just standing there, you want to be able to pass the time, right? Keep yourself entertained. Make sure you guys bring your battery power pack, so that way you can plug that your cell phone in, because if you're playing Block Blast and you're killing your battery to your smartphone, you have your power bank. Bring snacks, bring water. I did bring water, but the thing is, I was already so thirsty. I just kept chugging and drinking, and then I was like, I think I'm running out of water. I didn't bring extra bottled waters, and I wasn't about to buy snacks or water at the convention center because I'm sure they were pretty costly. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring snacks next time, and more water for next time. And again, expect to stand in line. You're gonna be in long lines at the convention center. So expect to stand in line for a long time. The cool thing, and I know it sounds stupid because I told myself to, it looks dumb, but I kind of wish I did buy this one thing. It's like the camping stool where it's like it collapses and opens up, and you can sit on it, and then you can just collapse it down and then put it around your shoulder. I saw a couple of people with that, and I was like, you know what, I'm so stupid. I should have bought it. I've seen it on Amazon, I've seen it at Aldi, and I was like, you know what, this looks stupid. I'm not even gonna bother. I should have bought it. Should have bought a collapsible chair, because I seen a couple of people, they had it, and I was like just envying them. I was like, man, at least they get to sit down. Another thing is your budget. Make sure you have a plan for your budget. I did impulse buys on well, I would say I did an impulse buy on the Hasbro Pulse store. I did buy the Awe Striker. I did buy 2 of them, and I did buy the Cold Slither, and that was an impulse buy. I was like thinking, you know what, Cold Slither kind of looks pretty cool, but now when I think about it, I'm like, I don't think I really want the Cold Slither. The reason why I got it, FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. I was like, you know what, it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and I don't want to miss out on this. But now that I have it in hand, it's still in the box, by the way. But now that I have it in hand, I'm like, am I really gonna display this? I mean, it doesn't really match what I have back here, right? So, I don't think I'm gonna open it up. And it's nice to have, but it's just nothing that I will really display. So I did an impulse buy on that because, again, like I said earlier, FOMO. But I think I might be selling it and just get the money from it, because, again, I don't plan on displaying it on here. I'd rather get like vehicles for my shelf than, you know, Zartan and the Dreadnoks with their instruments, right? So, yeah, I might be selling that. So make sure you guys stay tuned, because who knows, maybe I might do a giveaway. I don't know. I do have a few figures that I need to give away, but I gotta hit 2,000 subs before the end of this year. So if you're watching this, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button below. Yeah, so I think I will be buying that collapsible camping chair, so that way next year I will have that with me. So when I'm getting tired and I don't have to stand in line, I will have that. Oh, speaking of standing in line, my wife bought me this portable fan where it clips to your belt. And again, it's like these inventions, when you think about it, it's stupid. It's like, who's gonna use that? But damn it, I'm so glad I brought mine, because again, I was hot, and I was hot to the point where I felt like I was gonna pass out. And then my eye contacts were getting dry. I was like, you know what, I'm starting to feel dizzy. So I was like, you know what, let me turn on this fan, clip it to my belt, and got a little bit of cool air going inside my shirt here. So I'm really glad I brought it with me. So again, just make sure you pack all the necessities if when you go into these conventions: snacks, power banks for your phone, these fans, these portable fans, and let's see what else. Collapsible chairs, right? Bring those with you if you have it, because I'm gonna be buying one of those now. Watch. I was informed that I can actually get a professional badge. Now, if you don't know, there are like different types of badges that's out there. So I may be looking into that, a professional badge, since I am an educator, a teacher. And I was like, you know what, that would be pretty cool. They say you can have some kind of like benefit with that or something. I guess they have a lounge for all like people that's got professional badges, a lounge for them to kind of like rest up, get coffee, juice, or water, whatever, maybe even snacks. But yeah, I think I might look into that. I think I did read on the website that if I apply now, it probably won't get reviewed for a while, and I probably won't get that professional badge for it till 2027. So I got like 2 years, so I might as well start now, right? But I kind of wish I knew about this years ago. That's another thing. If you get the professional badge, you don't have to be in the lottery system. Remember how when they open up the window to get into the waiting room, the queue, I was told that you don't have to do that anymore. You can actually buy the tickets when you get the professional badge. So I'm gonna definitely look into that. All right, so to wrap things up, mistakes I made during San Diego Comic-Con: I didn't get a hotel, which I will be doing next time. Do not impulse buy like I did, and then kind of regret your purchases. Have a plan, have a budget, come up with your strategy, like who you're gonna visit, like what panels. I kind of wish I would have visited a few panels, the Hasbro panel. I've never been to any panels. So next time I'm gonna make that a goal, is to attend a panel, because I think that was pretty interesting with the new figures that will be coming out here in the next few years. So I'm gonna make that a goal for next year. And then, like I said, bring all your necessities, snacks, water, power banks, and chairs, portable chairs if you need them. And then bring a friend, most importantly, bring a friend to keep you guys company. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant with the mistakes I made at San Diego Comic-Con. This was literally my second time going, but I would consider it technically my first time, because again, I don't really want to count the COVID years, even though the COVID year seemed like it was more organized, and it was obviously less people because it was during COVID, but with trying to get in the line, it seemed more organized compared to this year. So yeah, I guess that was one of the benefits during COVID time frame. But again, thank you for watching this video. I don't know how many minutes it has been, but I appreciate you guys watching. And watch out for future videos of me unboxing the Striker, because I did get it, by the way, right here. That's pretty cool. All right, hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and make sure you guys leave a comment. Let me know if you went to San Diego Comic-Con and if you enjoyed your time there, or if you experienced the same things that I did, you know, with frustration and being impatient. All right, comment down below.